Father, we thank you for the beginning of another chapter of governance in Taraba State. We stand to honor you and present Taraba State to you.
Grace of God, I will lead by example and demonstrate my commitment to the well-being of all the people by actively implementing policies and programs that align with my vision, purpose and passion for Taraba. Which has led me to this office has been filled with twists and turns. However, by providence, you, the people of Taraba State, have given me the mandate to deliver. And I stand here today to state my commitment to you. I ask us all to put our differences aside and come together as one to move Taraba forward.
I can proudly say that His Excellency Governor Kefas has proved all doubting Thomases that he has come with a patriotic zeal and determination to move Taraba forward. And you have seen just within a couple of months he has done a lot. He has performed creditably well. Within the few weeks or say months of since his assumption of duties as the executive governor of Taraba State, he has been carrying the traditional rulers alone. The governor is approaching governance in the state with calmness. He's very meticulous in his approach to governance in Taraba State.
I want to say emphatically clean and clear to the hearing of all and sundry that so far the journey is so good with Dr. Kefas as a governor of Taraba State.
Judging from what I've seen in his, would I call them on-the-spot assessment of situations and declarations, especially as it concerns education, security, provision of jobs for the youth and vulnerable.
Out of the state of decay, the state of abandonment, to the place of relevance in the community of nations and states. So he has been able to take a very, very strong steps. And in leadership, what makes the difference between a performing leader and non-performing leader, it's the ability to be able to take decisions decisively that will be able to make immediate impact on the people.
We have seen a lot of governors. I mean, the governor who came to rule over Taraba, and they have played their own part and gone. everybody play his own part based on his own political will. They have tried their best, but coming down to Governor Dr. Kefas, he has a political will to see that Taraba move forward. He has in mind how to govern Taraba. It's quite different with the other his predecessors, but because he has a political will, you see how he started. He started with zeal. He started with hope. He started to give Taraba what we've likened for some time.
The executive governor, His Excellency Colonel Agbu Kefas, so far so good. He has started on the right footing, and there are so many things that he has done in the last couple of days, in the last 100 days, that shows us that the journey so far is good, and the journey is going to be good for the good people of Taraba State. I give you an example. There are areas, one of the key areas that our people are very, very happy with is in area of education.
The job of a governor is a manager. And the first job of a manager when he comes in is defined everywhere in management. And that is exactly where I'm happy the governor started with. That is, the first job of a governor is assessment. Assessment of issues. After assessment of issues is consultation. After consultation is drawing up of the most necessary and correct steps to be taken to achieve the objective of serving the best interests of the people of the state. So the first achievement he did, which I recognize in total, is the assessment. He is the first governor in Taraba who started visiting our most serious problems.
Operation Keep Taraba Clean.
Upon assuming office, Dr. Agbu Kefas swiftly initiated Operations Keep Jalingo Clean, a pivotal step in maintaining the cleanliness of Jalingo Street. A significant facet of this endeavor was the recruitment of men and women who are remunerated monthly by the government to undertake the vital task of street sweeping and drainage clearing.
To confront the specter of unemployment head-on, Governor Agbu Kefas employed youths and women as sanitation agents, not only preserving the beauty of Jalingo, but also offering meaningful employment opportunities to our citizens. This practical step is a testament to our commitment to tackling joblessness and enhancing our overall quality of life.
Ina cikin masu shahara cikin mutane 10,000 da gwamna mai girman gwamna ya bamu ya sa mana abinci a nan Taraba, muna share muna tsaftace kasamun Taraba. Ina da farin ciki, ina da babban sako da za a gaya ma gwamna mai girman gwamna Taraba. Mun gode masa, mun kara gode masa da shi da wannan hikima da Allah ya bashi ya kawo mana ya cire talauci a kasan nan Taraba. Muna kara ce ubangiji Allah ya kare shi.
We thank God for the work. I'm a student. Due to this work now, I'm improving. And transport is not my problem now. So I thank God for the work. The only thing I will say now is we thank him for this opportunity he gives to the youth, the old people, the widows. So we have nothing to say him unless we tell him we thank him. We thank him. May the Lord bless him, give him more courage and wisdom to rule more.
The Kefas moving forward sanitation is embodied with the responsibility of ensuring that the gutters and all the drainages are kept clean to avoid the issues of erosion. You find out that when the gutters are all filled up with dirty, there is no way where water will pass. You find out that the water will now escalate to the road, which is very, very bad.
Ban on mining and rosewood processing.
Dr. Agbu Kefas took a decisive step in signing Executive Order No. 3, effectively suspending all forms of mining activities within Taraba State. Governor Kefas underscored that the motivation behind this order lies in the curbing of the rampant illegal mining activities. To ensure the effective implementation of this order, a dedicated task force was established. Their efforts in enforcing the executive order have been commendable.
So the regulation on mining activities within Taraba State, it's a good thing, especially for those of us that are in the economic development aspect of the state. Because anytime an area you have raw materials leaving, being exported without adding benefits to it, it reduces the economic activity within the area, or in our case within Taraba State. So the regulation of the mining activities is a very good thing, and I think we as citizens of Taraba State should be looking forward to not only just get mining for minerals and things like that, but we should also look at the aspect of benefications of those resources, because when you have the benefication aspect, you have job creations, and the benefits and the income of those benefication activities remain within the state, and that adds to the economic development of the state.
Energy.
His Excellency Dr. Agbu Kefas has made energy one of his major focus in the state because of its importance, especially in terms of economic growth, economic development. If you look at the emerging economies today, energy is key. And that was one of the reasons that propagated him to go and inspect the Kashimbila Dam. The Kashimbila Dam is not a state-conceived project. It was initially for damming the water, but eventually it was utilized for electricity generation. So right now it has a capacity of 40 megawatts. The inspection of His Excellency was to ascertain why we have such stranded resources and why it's not utilized for the state holistically. So one of the things, one of the solutions that begotted his trip to Kashimbila was how to be able to transfer that power to areas that it's needed.
Pensions.
Sannan akwai maganan pension. Wasu sun kai shekara kusan 10 a sa su a payroll na pension ma an gagara. Amma da zuwan Agbu Kefas bai wuce wata ɗaya ba aka samu aka biya su. Wasu sun mutu, wasu sun galabaita, amma kamar ni for the first time a wajen shekara 5 na ga babana da dariya a fuskan shi wata rana da ya dawo gida. Na ce me ya faru? Ya ce wai an so ma biyan shi pension. To kaga wannan ai abun farin ciki ne. Mutum ya yi aiki shekara 35, abun da yana nan a ajiye ne, ba wai sabon magana ba. Wasu gwamnatin baya sun rike shi, daga zuwan shi ya zo ya biya. Kaga wannan ai abun da mu za mu yi farin ciki da shi ne. Sannan muna masa addu'a Allah ya sa abun da ya so nan ya ci gaba.
Ina da dama wani papana ya yi kusan shekaru da dama, kusan shekara 8 bai samu wannan kudi ma, amma da zuwan wannan gwamna ya zo ya biya shi wannan kudin, har mun samu cin gaba. Ya dan siya mana masara a gida har muka ci to.
Youth Economic and Security Summit. In a historic move, the Taraba state government organized its first ever summit focused on youth engagement, economic development, and security. Governor Kefas underscored that the summit served as a crucial platform for constructive exchanges of ideas and meaningful dialogues aimed at tackling the challenges facing the state. The purchase of 850 tractors for farmers.
When it comes to planning, when you're able to get your plans right, you have solved the problem by 50%. What his administration has done, I mean the administration of Dr. Agbu Kefas, the executive governor of Taraba State, has done is to achieve about like 100%. Talking about the plans, we have gone past the level of saying we are going to plan. Now we have finished planning, and we are at the verge of releasing, the plans. And like someone would say, when you have no plan, you have just planned to fail. The Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security have initiated a number of agro-based programs to support local farmers across the states. One of such programs is the procurement of 750 mini tractors and 100 cabrio compact tractors for distribution to farmers across the states. This is intended to boost mechanized agriculture.
Education, termed as the bedrock of civilization, has no doubt suffered a severe setback in northern Nigeria in modern times. In Northeast, to be precise, the whiplash of this menace has caused illiteracy to ravage the very fabric of the society's development, creativity, and innovative drive. Thuggery, unproductivity, armed robbery, mediocrity, poverty, and a host of other negative symptoms are a direct reflection of the bankruptcy in this sector. Only a visionary leader prioritizes education whose gaze transcends the present now. The moving forward train has made a grand visitation to the educational sector for a strategic reformation. Free education in all public primary and secondary schools in Taraba State.
His Excellency Dr. Agbu Kefas came on board. He quickly declared a state of emergency on the education sector. And not long after that, he declared free basic education in the state. To the best of my knowledge and from the interaction and all his presentation I have seen, is that even when our governor was governor-elect, he sent out a team of experts to the state to study the education sector, all the schools, and bring back a report. And from the reports he got, he realized that the education system in the state is in a deplorable state. It was no longer functional, and it needs to be revived.
Education, they say if you say education is costly, try ignorance. For the past decades, you just go to a school, more especially in primary school, you won't meet teachers in the school. You only see in some school, you see students sitting on the floor. Some take the classes on the tree, under the tree. But as he came, you see how he started. He started giving contract, started awarding contract to see that the schools have been renovated. And he feel that the trees should have the classroom renovated, and they should have their chairs to sit on.
Life is very, very important. And education is key. It is key in the sense that without education, there is nothing that can move forward. Education is very, very vital. And for him to have said that to bring the policy of free education, it is nothing that has never happened in Taraba State. This is the first of its kind. And you know that most of our people are in adult poverty. That is, our people don't have enough, to take their children to school. And that is why we have a lot of youth roaming on the streets doing nothing. So by introducing free education at the secondary primary school level, it is going to help in a no small manner, in a no small way, in making sure that all those parents who were not able to take their children to school, to take them to school. And there are a lot of talents, there are a lot of talents among our youth, but they don't have the opportunity. So opportunity has come for them to send their children, for the parents to send their children to school and to make sure that these children actually get the desired education.
The governor has impressed me and he has impressed the people of Taraba State by declaring state of emergency in education. The standard of education has really fallen, seriously. And by declaring state of emergency, I'm sure he is coming up with strategy that will definitely uplift education. Free education in primary school and secondary school is a good idea. Our people are agrarian, they're farmers, small-scale farmers. Whatever they get, they used to spend in paying school fees. So by declaring state of emergency and paying, getting them go to school, free education is a welcome idea.
Da zan doka daron kunun na yawa roblo nan. Ina yawo na nima kudi da zan biya ma yara na school fees. To Allah ya zo bude hanya na shiga gonan na noman na samu dan geda in bare nje siyar nzo biya ma yara school fees. To yanzu babu hanya ba abin da zamu yi mu biya ma yara kudi makaranta. Sai gashi muna na wayewa gari yau sai muka gani Abu Kefas ya ce to gashi ya rage ma talakawa aiki. Mun ce mashi mun gode, Allah ya kara mishi albarka, Allah ya nuna mishi abin da zai yi ma talakoki a duniya nan. Amin.
50% reduction of school fees in all tertiary institutions within the state.
And he has also slashed the tuition fee in the university, Taraba State University, by 50%. It's a good idea. Let me give a typical example. One of our uncles has children in school, in primary school, and also has a daughter in Taraba State University. But this time around, he is able to pay the 50%. He doesn't have to worry about paying those in primary school and secondary school. So you see, he has been relieved. So it's a welcome idea. So these are all, we could say, kudos to the present governor of Taraba State.
He has directed me personally as the Commissioner of Education to write to all tertiary institutions in the state. Particularly in my ministry, I have 3 tertiary institutions under the Ministry of Education: the Taraba State University, the Polytechnic, the College of Education, Zing. But I know also he has directed through health that the School of Nursing and School of Health Tech in Takum, that we write and tell the heads of those tertiary institutions that all school fees and all accommodation fees have been slashed by 50%. So it is for all tertiary students in the state.
It is going to ginger a lot of parents to take their children to school. And by that time, by the grace of God, before he closed the next 4 years, most of them will be graduates. Some will also be out of, we finish their secondary school. We'll be able to get talented students who will be sent abroad or within the country for higher training.
The 50% reduction has gone a long way for me and my family, especially my dad. It has helped us a lot because we are 4 right now in the university, and because of this massive reduction, I think my workload, my weight on that aspect will be up for my dad, so he might just make his focus probably on my siblings now.
My name is Liberty Wakabs. I'm from Department of Civil Engineering. I'm 100th level student. So we like the governor because of what he has done in the university. He has helped us reduce down the school fees because things has been difficult for us. So the way he reduced the school fees, although some of the things we were not able to rent out one person, but now because of the reduction of the school fees, my father was able to rent an apartment for me due to the reduction of the school fees. I just want God to bless him and keep him more, give him more long life and prosperity so that he will lead us more and more again.
Gaskiya ranar da na ji gwamna ya rage school fees na university da secondary school. Ni ne number one da na ji daɗi sosai because biyan kuɗin makarantar yaranmu yana ba mu wuya. Da muna she in the next time in next year kila bara mu iya mu talkoki bara mu yayi makaranta kuma because kuɗin makaranta yayi mana yawa. Na tuna tan da aka kore yara na kuɗin makaranta ba kuɗi da za mu biya yara makaranta kuma Allah ya zo ya kawo mana gwamna ya zo ya daga kuɗin makaranta yara za su yi makaranta a kyauta. Ranar na yi murna na ce Allah ya ba mu gwamna wanda zai shishe mu talkoki mu yaran talkan nan za mu yi makaranta. Allah ya albarkace gwamnanmu. Gaskiya mun ji daɗi sosai. Yanzu yaran mu za su je makaranta har university.
Meeting with all primary school head teachers.
And of recent, he called the teachers to come down to have they should just go for orientation so that they can go with the present dispensation of teaching in the schools, in our schools. We have a problem, negligence of some past administration, they've neglected the education so much that the teachers' welfare are not been taken care of. And the teachers too, they have no zeal now to teach. You cannot find them in the school. Just of recent, one NYC chap came and said, they posted him to a school. When he went there, he couldn't find the principal, neither the teacher there, only the student. And when he asked the children, where is the principal? They could not understand the English, the answer in Hausa, which is very, very, very sad indeed, because the teachers are not there to teach the children. If they are there at all, they don't teach them what they're supposed to teach them. Why? Because they are not taken care of. And you can see the recent the teachers, their pensions and gratuities have been paid. So that is a welcome idea, welcome development in the teaching professions. So it's left for them now to reciprocate what he did to them. And I think education will come to stay in Taraba State.
I could see even some of the head teachers, some of them were coming to the state capital for the first time. Even the exposure it gave to the teachers alone, they have realized coming from their homes, from their villages to Jalingo, they realized that this is no longer business as usual. Something has happened. Some of them have never been close to a governor, to stay in the same hall where the governor is. So, and then apart from that the governor said he called them, he wants to hear from them. What are their problems? And they had articulated their problems into a speech and gave it to one of them who presented it before the governor, and the governor responded to everything that they said. He told them he was happy to see them. The things they asked were not things that even that he imagined. He thought they would ask even greater things. And so that brought a lot of encouragement, a lot of hope, a lot of sense of worth to the teachers. For the first time, they felt valued. They felt they were important. If the governor will send for all of them to come pay their transport, pay their night allowances.
So, as soon as His Excellency was sworn in, he acknowledged the fact that health sector is an important sector. So one of the first things he did was to visit the School of Nursing here in Jalingo, where he ordered that the contractor should be brought back to complete the work. And as we speak, the contractor is at the site and work is ongoing. He also, because of the importance of health education in Taraba State, he has ordered for the reduction of the school fees by 50% and the accommodation accommodation fee by 50% also. So these two things were major achievements at the School of Nursing. He also asked us to reduce the school fees in College of Health Technology, Takum, by 50%, and also the accommodation fee also by 50%. Now, His Excellency also has reinstated the running cost for all our health facilities in Taraba State. This is something that has been absent in the past 9 years. But upon resumption, he felt it was an anomaly. So he ordered for the reinstatement of the running cost. Now our hospitals have running costs, and our PMOs have assured us that the running costs will be judiciously used to improve the healthcare delivery in Taraba State. Now, His Excellency also ordered for the supply of at least 3 ambulances for now, which we want to test run in Taraba State to see how effective they are. If we see that they are very good, we are going to buy more. Also, as part of efforts to support immunization in Taraba State, His Excellency has supported us, and we were able to acquire 56 motorcycles, which will be distributed to the various immunization officers across the wards of Taraba State.
Governor Kefas, ever attuned to the vitality of youth, has taken an extraordinary step by integrating 15 young minds into his cabinet. This historic decision breathes fresh life into the corridors of power, infusing them with the vibrant energy and innovative ideas of our youth. This inclusivity is not a mere gesture. It is the empowerment of our youth and a testament to Taraba's commitment to harnessing their unique insights and aspirations.
There's this saying, the youth are leaders of tomorrow. So he has taken this seriously in his governance, because you cannot be a leader tomorrow if you don't start now. So what the governor of Taraba State has done is to employ a lot of youth in his own cabinet. And he has taken few too, who are, like we say, elders. But the youth, I think, are more. I think it's a welcome idea. And he is preparing this youth for leadership now and tomorrow.
Another good thing is the injection of youth into the cabinet, because the youths are the people that are having new ideas, new way of doing things, and they will bring a lot onto the table. That single policy is very, very important. We expect our young generation to grow and do more than what we did.
So far so good. We are so proud of His Excellency Dr. Agbu Kefas, the governor of Taraba State. In the day of his inauguration, he said he's going to carry women along in his government. And so far so good. We are so happy about what he has done by appointing 7 women in his cabinet. And it's not just appointing the 7 women, appointing 7 women to key offices or key ministries in his cabinet. So we are so happy, and that shows that he's a man of integrity, and he's a man that say a thing, and he's a talk and do governor.
As I'm talking to you, he has met with the highest supplier of tricycle and motorcycle in Nigeria, which is Wendell International. He met with them, and he has invited them to come and invest in Taraba State. In fact, he has partnered with them to see how he can supply us with tricycle and motorcycle in Taraba State for our youths that are on ground to have something doing.
Judiciary Matters.
The biggest achievement of this administration in the ministry, as it relates to the Ministry of Justice in its first 100 days, has to do with the reawakening and the restoration of belief among staff of the Ministry of Justice. When I was sworn in and I resumed as the Attorney General, I saw lawyers that did not look like lawyers, lawyers that looked like traders, lawyers wearing shirts, lawyers not properly dressed. I tried to find out, and I was told that they had not been paid their rope allowance for 2 years. So there was no justification to sanction any lawyer for not dressing properly. That is now a thing of the past. If you go to the Ministry of Justice, from the gate of the Secretariat, you see lawyers that are lawyers. You see lawyers that are looking like lawyers. Their entire arrears of rope allowance was settled, was paid by this government. So that by far is my biggest achievement as the Attorney General of Taraba State within the periods that I was sworn in to date. And then there is an ongoing bar conference. If you ask anybody around, the last time lawyers attended bar conference, they cannot remember. If you go to Jalingo now, there is no single lawyer that is not at the conference. They are happily at the conference. They will learn from the conference, and when they go back, it will impact positively on their work as lawyers. And Taraba State will be the beneficiary of this enterprise. I must say here that His Excellency has completely transformed the attitude. He has restored faith. There is confidence in the Ministry of Justice, and then the justice system will be the better for it.
If you look at what the governor is doing now about security, you don't even have to ask whether he was one time a soldier or not, because his experience in the army helped him to make sure that he's trying to take care of what is known as kidnappers today in this world, because these days we don't even talk of armed robbers again. We talk of kidnappers and the rest. And if you have enough security in your area, at least you are covered, you will have peace. That is why the former governor said, give me peace, I will give you development. So if we get the security on ground and we make the state peaceful and we have common unity among the Muslims and the Christians, and possibly our fathers in the villages, that they don't go to church or mosques, at least we make sure that we have sanity in the state and everyone is living in a good condition with no problem, so that this small fighting here and there will not be done.
Legislative matters.
He has taken us outside the country for training. He has taken us outside the state for training. And those of us that were in the 9th Assembly, he has also cleared their gratuity. There is nothing we will tell him rather than to say we are grateful and pray God in His infinite mercy will see him through and support him, give him the knowledge and wisdom to move Taraba to the next level. He has not even stopped here. He has asked us to look for a very good contractor that will renovate the House of Assembly complex. Our work environment will be very decent. Support staffs have been well motivated by clearing their pending outfits. Legislators, he has given them the allowance for training. So what is left? These are the 3 key areas that we sought his help, we sought his attention to address, and he has done that. I think we don't have any excuse rather than to support him by making laws that will lead to good governance. Basically, that is our mandate. Our mandate as legislators is to make laws that will lead to good governance, to support the executives in areas that we see that is beneficial to Tarabians. This one We want to assure Tarabians we will do our best to support him so that Tarabians feel the dividends of democracy during his tenure.
Civil service matters.
He has approved the refurbishing of the generator at the State Secretariat, which hitherto has not been working. But now the generator is working and providing light in the whole Secretariat. And again, 7 senior civil servants were sponsored to ASCON as part of reforming the civil service. He also approved the purchase of computers in order to facilitate work in the office. I want to say that he has done a very great thing in my office, because before this time we were going to commercial centers to type official things, official letters, and it's not quite good. So when these computers were purchased, we are enjoying the work in the office. For about 3 years, my office was not receiving running costs. But now that running costs has been reinstated, work is ongoing at the Secretariat. And just of recent, he sponsored some officers to Abuja head of service and the federal head of civil service on fact-finding mission. This is in the bid of reforming the civil service.
In the ever-shifting landscape of governance, the first 100 days in the seat of power take on a profound significance. Governor Agbu Kefas, the steward of Taraba State's destiny, embarked on a transformative journey in the nascent days of his tenure, one that holds the promise of reshaping Taraba's destiny. With unwavering resolve and a vision that reaches beyond the horizon, he has etched indelible milestones into the fabric of Taraba, laying the foundation for a promising future for every Taraban. In just 100 days, Governor Kefas has not only laid the foundation, but also sculpted the essence of a new Taraba state. A Taraba where education knows no boundaries, agriculture thrives, connectivity soars, youth voices resonate, governance rejuvenates, retirees are revered, and opportunities flourished. These accomplishments underpinned by visionary leadership, unwavering dedication, and a commitment to inclusivity are not merely a foundation, but the seeds of an enduring legacy that Taraba State and its people shall cherish. As we cast our gaze towards the future, we do so with profound confidence, knowing that the first 100 days of Governor Agbu Kefas' administration have set the stage for a Taraba that stands stronger, more prosperous, and more inclusive than ever before. With this solid foundation, we march forward into a luminous tomorrow, guided by the enduring spirit of progress. Thank you very much.
Other achievements. The reopening of the Dambaba Suntai Airport. Retreat of key governmental functionaries. Renovation of the Government House. Creation of the Ministry of Waste Management and Innovations. Medical checkup for monarchs within the state. These and many other feats were recorded during the 100 days of the Moving Forward train.